Welcome back, WWE fans, to another exciting video here on the channel. I'm your host, Chris Phoenix, and this is WWE 2k24 MyGM mode. This time around, as I mentioned in the Hell in a Cell video, we are going to do things a little different. Today's video, I'll be covering the next 4 weeks leading up to our next premium live event, and we won't be doing match gameplay for these. Instead, we're going to save that for the PLE and give it its own separate video and show. So without further ado, let's get to setting up our shows. First up, we've got Week 6 taking place in Raleigh, North Carolina. This is also the very first show after their first premium live event, Hell in a Cell. We're still in third place behind SmackDown and Raw right now, but we did pull in some great numbers during our PLE, which got us a little closer to that second place. We got a budget of $101,494 to work with, and on show logistics, we've got a total of 2 assets that we can currently use. Couple of options I'm looking at right now is we could go for backstage crew, which will give us a +8 show quality, show cost compensation of +1%, and it unlocks the falls count anywhere. Or we could come down here to advertisements and we could go with the email campaign, unlock that. That'd give us again +8 to our show quality and a network deal payout of $1,000. It also unlocks the tornado tag matches. I think I'm going to go with the backstage crew for this one. Next, let's take a look at power cards. We've got pre-match physio, Homecoming, and I Know a Guy 3. This power card right here might come in handy because I am considering looking into some new talent this week. In the store, we could get a little bit of TLC for $50,000, which gives us 1 randomly booked tables, ladders, and chairs match on your show. We'll receive a higher than normal rating. A Superstars GM2, which will increase the selected Superstars morale. Or we could go with Coast to Coast. A GM interference book this show will provide an additional +2 show bonus and be free to book this week. Don't think I'll purchase any of these just yet or use any that we currently have in our inventory right now at the moment, but I might come back to this shortly. Our commissioner goal for this week is to ensure that our least popular available fighter is in a match this week. I think I can make that one work. What do we get for that? We get special promotion. It ensures that you retain most of your fans this week. Also, we'll take a look at our journal and make sure we don't miss anything that we have made promises for. We did promise Damian Priest a main event match this week. We can make that happen. And we also told Finn Balor that he could partner up with Braun Strowman in a tag team match within the next 3 weeks, which happens to end this particular week, so we got to make sure we get that one done too. Xia Li has demanded that she win her next match. I can't make any promises on whether that's going to happen or not, but I do think this gives me a few ideas though on our show booking, so let's go ahead and get that started. So let's start off with the main event. This one's going to be easy enough to book. We already know that we're going to have Damian Priest right here, so let's go ahead and throw him on there. And it actually set it up perfectly. We have Dexter Lumis right there. They have a feud that's a level 2 right now. I think that's a pretty good match. Although Damian's stamina is pretty low, but I guess he kind of brought this on himself because he did demand that he get a main event match. You know, I honestly think I want to make this a tables match. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so that's our main event booked right there. Let's go ahead and go up here to our opener next. Now, I also promised that we would do a tag team match with Finn Balor and Braun Strowman, so let's go ahead and set that up for a tag team. We'll do Finn and Braun, and they're gonna take on, you know what, let's do Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I want to do Kofi, but Kofi doesn't really have a tag team member here yet. We'll go ahead and save that match right there. And I do see that Finn's stamina is pretty low. It's like 44. So we're going to go back over to power cards. And we're going to go ahead and use that pre-match physio to make sure that Finn doesn't get hurt. Next, let's head over to manage roster and talent scouts. Let's see if we can get anything decent here. I'm going to go with renowned stars, level 10 to 14, and do a search and see what comes up. Let's see. We ended up with Carmella, Angelo Dawkins, Noam Dar, and Mark Kofi. Angelo Dawkins would probably be a pretty decent pick. Let's try one more search, see what happens. Ooh, a couple of good ones here. So we got Bobby Lashley, Baron Corbin, Braun Breaker, and Angel Garza. Braun Breaker. I kind of want Braun Breaker. I don't really have enough to hire him for the 5 weeks though, but I could hire him for 1 week and use the homecoming card and then sign him permanently. I kind of would rather wait and use that homecoming card on maybe a bigger talent, but I do want Braun. You know what? I'm just going to go for it. Let's go ahead and sign him. Then we're headed over to power cards, use homecoming, and sign him permanently. And let's go ahead and use him tonight. We'll throw him into a mid-card match here, or not, because apparently he's busy for 2 weeks. All right, that's fine. Well, I do have Dragunov right here. His stamina is like 100 and his popularity is pretty low. Let's go ahead and throw him into a match. I want to use him a lot more, especially since I am pretty sure he's about to be drafted into SmackDown or Raw. He is a specialist, which means he could go pretty good against any one of these. So let's do Dijak. Yeah, I think that's a good match. Also, nothing crazy here. We're not going to do any kind of special rules or anything for that either. One more mid-card. Let's see here. We do have that Valhalla Zoe Stark feud going on. Their stamina's not too bad. I could throw both of them into a match. You know what? Sure. Let's go ahead and schedule our first promo. We'll do a self-promo with Alexa Bliss. We'll have her come out and talk about her win against Isla and regaining her championship title. For our second booking, you know what? Let's do the same thing, and we'll do Kofi on this one. And our last promo of the evening, let's do a call out. Let's have Rhea call out Alexa. Yeah, that sounds great. Let's do that. I think these bookings seem pretty good. Let's go ahead and confirm, and let's see what we can do for this week. Now, as I said before, we're not going to actually spectate any of the matches. We are just going to simulate them and see who our winners are going to be here. So our first matchup in our opener, we've got Finn Balor and Braun Strowman teaming up against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Let's simulate that and see who we get here. 1, 2, and 3. And our winners are Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn with 2.5 stars. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. Alexa Bliss's self-promo was excellent. She got a +5 to her popularity, as she should. Our first mid-card of the evening, we have a Dragunov versus Dijak, and let's see who our winner is here. So I accidentally hit spectate instead of simulate right there and ended up watching that match. And I gotta tell you, even though the rating here was disappointing, that was an absolute blast of a match. It was actually incredible watching those two go at each other, and it was a bloody battle, really, and it makes me wonder, so would you guys be interested in just like watching the matches as separate videos? Like I could just record these and then just post them separately, and if you guys so choose, you could watch them, or maybe not. I don't know. I don't really know what to do on that. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think I should do there. Anyway, we've got a new feud going between Dragunov and Dijak now, so let's go ahead and continue to our next promo. Kofi also had an excellent promo. That's good to see. His popularity went up 3 points. That's going to take us into our second mid-card of the evening, Zoe Stark versus Valhalla. Let's go ahead and simulate that and see who our winner is going to be between these two. Oh, got Valhalla as their winner there, but only a mediocre match. Rivalry does grow, though, to level 2. We are having some excellent promos this evening, even though our matches are falling short. The call out from Rhea Ripley to Alexa Bliss, excellent rating right there. Good to see. And our main event of the evening, Damian Priest versus Dexter Lumis in a tables one-on-one match. With Damian's stamina being pretty low, there is a possibility here of an injury, but what happens, happens, I guess. Alright, we got a 3-star match out of that one with a good rating, and Damian Priest ended up winning that over Dexter. I'm probably most likely going to start setting up some Damian Priest and Dijak matches up against Dexter Lumis and Dragunov. That leads us to our results of the week. You can see how we compared against the other two brands. Our opening match with Balor and Strowman against Owens and Zayn, and we got a 2.5 stars, same as SmackDown did with Veer Mahan against Bad Bunny there. Raw beat us both out. Seth freaking Rollins versus Giovanni Vinci for a 3.5-star match. Our first mid-card of the evening did pretty bad compared to the other two brands. 1.5 stars for Dragunov versus Dijak compared to SmackDown's tag team match with Josh Briggs and Tony D'Angelo against Jimmy Uso and Logan Paul. SmackDown ended up getting 3 stars for that one, which is better than Raw's mid-card match of Randy Orton and Cedric Alexander against Eric and Bronson Reed. Looks like they had a run in there with Trent Shaw. Our second mid-card of the evening also didn't fare very well against the other two. We had Zoe Stark and Valhalla, netting us 2 stars, and then we had SmackDown with their Ludwig Kaiser and Big E match. That got them 2.5 stars, so a little better than we did. But Raw, once again, taking the lead there with 3 stars, and they had Tamina and Gigi Dolan against Io Sky and Bayley. A little bit of damage control nostalgia right there. Now let's take a look at our main events. Of course, we had a tables match between Damian Priest and Dexter Lumis, which got us a total of 3 stars. Again, coming in behind SmackDown and Raw, SmackDown had Stax Lorenzo against Ivar for 4 stars, and Raw had Shayna Baszler versus Asuka. We did do pretty good this week as far as fans, though. We got an extra 41,309 fans and a profit of $58,835. Need to see if we can get our budget back up above 100,000 though. That's going to leave our total budget at about $74,000. Need to see if we can get that above 100,000 though, because I definitely am going to be needing some more talent for my show. I also love this comment right here from Finn Balor. You ever pity a bad superstar like Sami Zayn and give them a free win? Even I can be generous sometimes. Balor over there talking the smack. SmackDown pulled in an additional 46,539 fans and had a profit of $57,000 there. And Raw, on the other hand, had a fantastic week, 49,743 fans and a profit of $68,000. We did accomplish the commissioner's goal this week and got the special promotion. Still coming in 3rd place though, so still no changes there. Taking a look at my GM laptop here, we've got a message here from Slade. What's up? It's so good to finally get to talk to you. I got your number from your assistant. Hope you don't mind. I'm Slade. You may have heard of me. No, actually, no, I haven't. Well, I'm a pretty big deal on the internet and looking to get my foot in the door professionally. Would you have any room on your roster for me? You can hire me on for free, and I'm sure my followers will quickly become fans of your brand and put me in a match. You know what? I think, let's see, I would love to see what his stats and stuff are, but I can't. I mean, we could always use a jobber, right? Let's go ahead and hire him on. Oh, then we've got a message from Finn Balor. I told you Braun and I really hit it off as a team last week. Thanks for pairing us up. Looking forward to the next tag match. Crowd still loved us even though we didn't get the win. Braun and I can definitely shake up the tag division with another chance, and the fans can't wait to see our next tag team match. Certainly had worse bosses. Finn got a little bit of an increase to his morale. That's a good thing. And now we're going into show 7 in Providence, Rhode Island. We've got 3 shows to go before SummerSlam. Our contract with Valhalla expires at the end of week 8. And we have a commissioner goal. Do not book your most popular bruiser this week. What do we get for that? We get Network Special. Increases the fans gained from this week's show by 25%. Ooh, don't book my most popular bruiser? Okay, I can see what I can do about that. No promises, though. I kind of need everybody I've got right now. We're going to skip doing anything under show logistics this week, not just because we only have 1 asset, but because I want to kind of hold on to all the assets we get until we get to SummerSlam. Ooh, under the Power Card store, there's another Homecoming right there. $50,000. I don't see that one often, and I still have some stars I kind of want to keep. Gonna pass on it though, just because we don't have the $50,000 to really spend on that right now. I'm going to go ahead and do the special promotion for this week though. Let's go ahead and confirm that. Head over to Talent Scouts and we're going to do some searches here. Let's do level 10 to 14 renowned stars and 2 of our Talent Scout points right there. We end up getting Johnny Gargano. Oh, look at that, LA Knight. Oh, that would probably be a great one to try to get. MVP and Maxine Dupree. You know what? I think we really need to try to get LA Knight. Let's see what we can do here. I could get him for 2 weeks for $37,000. That's a lot, but he is totally worth it. I'm going to go ahead and sign him for 2 weeks, and then we'll just kind of renew his contract when we can. Let's go ahead and get our show booked for this evening. Now, let's start with our opener. Let's go ahead and get LA Knight right at the very beginning of the show. Let's get him out there in front of the WCW fans for everybody to see. I can even throw him up against our champion Finn Balor as well. You know what? I like the idea, but I don't like it as our opener. Let's set that for our main event instead. Let's do LA Knight versus Finn Balor. And let's do a title match. Let's also set up a run-in. We're going to have Braun run in and attack LA Knight. Yeah, I think that's going to be a great match right there. Now let's head back to our opener. Now we did have a Rhea Ripley call out to Alexa Bliss, so we could totally get that kind of going here. But doing so, we will fail our commissioner goal. I really do need the benefit of that network special card. Unfortunately. I definitely want to get Bliss in our first match of the night though, so let's go ahead and continue that feud with Isla Dawn this evening. And we're just going to do a regular one-on-one match for that. Our first mid-card of the evening, let's see who we got here that we can throw into matches. We got Dragunov's popularity kind of at a bonus right now. We could throw him in against, oh, we could do Dijak again. They do have the rivalry going. It didn't do well for us last time though, but oh well, what the hell, let's go for it. And our last mid card, let's see, who can we choose here? How about we get Ivy Nile back into the ring against, yeah, Xia Li. She did want to win her next match, and though I can't guarantee that she is going to win this one, I'm at least giving her a shot. Let's do a self promo with Damian Priest. He won't recover a ton of stamina, but he'll get some back, and that's good enough. For our second promo of the evening, actually, we're going to do something a little different. Let's do a training montage of, how about Karrion Kross? We could say he's getting ready for his next matchup against Finn. And we'll do one more promo for the evening. How about a tag team call out between Zelina Vega against Valhalla and Xia Li again? Yeah, that will probably be fine. I don't think that's going to be our show for the evening, so let's go ahead and confirm the booking. Our opening match with Alexa Bliss versus Isla Dawn to continue their rivalry. Let's see who we get on this win. Our winner once again is Alexa, proving that she is better than Isla Dawn once again. The feud grows from a level 2 to a level 3, and we ended up with a 3-star rating. Not too shabby. Damian Priest increases popularity by 1 point. That's better than no points, or doing even worse and losing them. Our first mid-card, we've got Dragunov versus Dijak once again. Let's simulate that one and see who our winner is. I got Dijak taking the win this time, but again, only 2 stars on that. Our training montage with Karrion Kross did pretty good. He got an extra 10 ring XP on that. And our second mid-card of the evening, we've got Ivy Niles versus Xia Li. And let's see who our winner of this one is. Another mediocre 2-star match for that, but Ivy Niles ended up taking the win, beating Xia Li. And Xia Li said she wanted to win her next match. That just didn't happen, unfortunately, in her favor. And the rivalry between Zoe Stark and Zelina Vega against Valhalla and Xia Li ended up going to a level 4 there. And now it's time for the main event. LA Knight, yeah, versus Finn Balor. I've scheduled a run-in on this one for Braun Strowman to run in against LA Knight. So that hopefully will mean LA Knight won't take the belt, and we can kind of continue this, get a good feud going right here. There we go, 3.5 stars. We had a great match just then. That's a great way to end the show. Week 7 results, our opener with Alexa Bliss versus Isla Dawn got us 3 stars against SmackDown's 3.5 stars for their Big E versus Logan Paul. And Raw also getting 3.5 stars there, the same as SmackDown did, who had a 3-way match with Seth Rollins, Jey Uso, and Giovanni Vinci. This is actually some strange results. In both the mid-card matches, every single brand only got 2 stars. That's promising, actually. Our mid-card featured Dragunov again versus Dijak, compared to SmackDown's where they had Bad Bunny against Cash Suplex. That's definitely a strange match if I've ever seen one. They took one popular singer against what looks to be a knockoff Frank Sinatra lounge singer. And Raw had a fatal 4-way with Akira Tozawa, Bronson Reed, Trent Shaw, and Cedric Alexander. Second mid-card of the evening comparisons, Ivy Now versus Xia Li, with Ivy taking the win there. SmackDown did the tag team with Ivar and Veer Mahan against Stax Lorenzo and Cole Quinn. And Raw had Io Sky against Josie Jane. Looks like the Bayley run-in in that match wasn't enough to get them any more than 2 stars. Noticing a lot of jobbers right now during these matches. Last but not least, we've got our main events. We had the LA Knight against Finn Balor match, netting us 3.5 stars, the same as SmackDown, who did, looks like a tag team match here with Josh Briggs and Tony D'Angelo taking the win against Jimmy Uso and Ludwig Kaiser. Raw beat us both though, as they did Eric against Randy Orton. And it seems as though Eric is their new champion on that show. We ended up getting an extra 45,289 fans and a profit of $60,000, almost 61. Still not putting us up above the 100,000 mark yet though. SmackDown also got around 45,000 fans and a profit of $58,000, with Raw getting the most fans this week at 47,266 with a profit of $65,319. We did accomplish that commissioner's goal and got the network special. Totally going to be using that very, very soon. Still no changes once again in the rankings this week. The $1 Million SmackDown show still number 1. Now let's check in with our messages here. We've got our first one from LA Knight, who's basically letting us know that his contract will come to an end this week. He'd be interested in staying another 5 weeks, and the cost would be $75,000. I almost want to take the chance and say thanks, but I won't be renewing the contract. But then again, I don't know if I'm going to get another homecoming chance again. Let's see what happens if I say let's talk figures. All right, so I could get him for another 5 weeks for $52,000. I'm going to go for it. I think we both know I'm worth more than that. If you want me to stay at WCW, you need to meet my asking price. Oh, man. So he didn't like my offer of $52,000 apparently. I'm going to take the chance and hopefully maybe get a power card that we can use here. So sorry, LA Knight, I don't want to spend the $75,000 right now. Valhalla's contract also comes to an end. Let's see what we can do. $39,000. Well, we only have 88, and if that homecoming card is in there again, that's $50,000. Sorry, Valhalla. Got a message here from the boss. Triple H just bought a new physical trainer on staff. He's worked with a ton of major sports brands. Cutting edge stuff. We can loan him to your brand to help train some of your superstars to help them recharge and recover most of their stamina. They want to sit out a show, though. You can have him long enough to train Damian Priest and Finn Balor for $30,000. Or we could just do one of the two for free. I like the free option. Let's take him to work with Balor. And then we got Xia Li, who is seriously unhappy with her never-ending string of losses. Well, I mean, unfortunately, Xia, there's just nothing really I can do about that. So she just had a moderate decrease to her morale. And lastly, we got a message from Kofi, who is really psyched for the upcoming PLE. Can't wait to put on a great show for the crowd. I hope you will, Kofi. All right, let's immediately head over to the power cards here. And, oh, we can get contract negotiation. Add 2 weeks to a contract's duration. Cannot be used in week 25. It's only $20,000, and it will help me keep LA Knight for another couple of weeks. Let's go ahead and grab it. And we're going to immediately use that on LA Knight. I was kind of hoping I could just go on to the actual talent and maybe try to extend their contract some way this way. You know, do a little bit of negotiation, but apparently that's not an option. All right, we've got 2 shows to go until SummerSlam. We have a commissioner goal of having our most popular available male, face, and heel fight each other this week, which will net me sold out. Select an opposing brand, double the price of the power cards in the shop next week. That was not that great. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. We've got 2 shows left until we hit SummerSlam, which I think SummerSlam might give us about 3 assets to use. And then whatever we have from the other 2 shows. I could go ahead and do the email campaign, which will get us, let's see, network deal payout of $1,000, tornado tag. Let's do some booking first before we decide upon that. If we do a Kofi Kingston Braun Strowman rematch, oh, look at that. It actually meets our commissioner goal. What if we change that to a triple threat, though? And let's throw in Kevin Owens into the mix. Yeah, that sounds good. So that's our main event. Let's go ahead and choose our opener. And for our opener, since this is the last week we've got Valhalla, let's go ahead and do a tag team match. I could make it a steel cage match, though that would cost me about $45,000. That would resolve any rivalries, which we do have currently. You know what? I'm going to call a mulligan once again. I'm going to do the same thing I did last time. We're going to swap the main event with my opener idea. So we're going to clear that one out. Let's make our main event the tag team steel cage match between Valhalla and Xia Li once again against Zelina Vega and Zoe Stark. I would do a title match, but we're actually going to be losing Valhalla. So, all right, so that's our main event. Let's go back up to the opener, and that is going to be the triple threat, and we're going to do a normal match there. Let's do Kofi Kingston, Braun Strowman, and Kevin Owens. Now let's head down to our first mid-card here and see what we can do. We got Braun Breaker finally available. Let's get him into the ring finally. Braun Breaker against, let's see, who will I have him go against? He's a heel. He's a bruiser. Dexter Lumis would be a great pick right here. He is a fighter, which that works well against the bruiser. Or we could do Dragunov. I'm not a huge fan of Dragunov. I really am. I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, we're going to do a Braun Breaker Dragunov. See if we can't get a feud going there. And let's do one more mid-card here. Let's see. Let's do a LA Knight against, you know what? Let's just feed this little new jobber we got here to him. We're paying for LA Knight. We might as well get the most use out of him we can. Now for this show, I'm only going to do one promo right in the middle of the show because we're running low on cash. Let's do an advertising campaign. It generates extra revenue, does have a chance of lowering the superstar's popularity if she has a poor performance, but if we use, let's say, Alexa in that role, that should work pretty good, I think. And I think we got a pretty good show this week, so I am going to go ahead and use that network special card. All right, we're spending a lot of money on this show, which we really don't have. We've got a few of our talent whose contracts I'm pretty sure expire next week, and probably going to be needing some negotiations on those. This really needs to pay out quite well for us. All right, let's go ahead and confirm booking. All right, heading into our opening show, we've got a triple threat opener. Kofi Kingston versus Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens. Let's find out who comes out on top here. Once again, Kofi Kingston takes the win. That is our United States champion right there. Our first mid-card of the evening, we've got Braun Breaker versus Dragunov. I'm hoping for a rivalry to pop off here. Let's find out if that happens. We ended up with a disappointing match. Dragunov took the win over Braun Breaker, though, and we didn't even get a rivalry going. Alexa netted us an additional $16,000 for her promo. Her popularity did go down 4, though. Second mid-card of the evening, we've got LA Knight, yeah, versus Slade, a jobber that I'm just pretty much just feeding to this guy. Our winner was LA Knight, of course, with a mediocre showing. Not surprising there. And last but not least, we've got our main event, a steel cage match. The final show for Valhalla, with Valhalla and Isla going up against Zelina Vega and Zoe Stark. This one's going to be a good one, I think. I'm pretty sure Zelina and Zoe are still going to come out on top on this one. But there's really only one way to find out, isn't there? Let's simulate. Well, color me surprised on that one. We had a 4-star match. Amazing. And the rivalry's complete. Not only that, but Valhalla and Xia won against Vega and Stark. Go figure. What a fantastic way for Valhalla to end her show. See how we did here in our results at the end of the week. We've got our opener. Let's see how we ended up here in our results for the week. We had our opener with Kofi versus Strowman versus Owens. 3.5 stars. We beat out SmackDown and Raw on this one. SmackDown started their show with Tony D'Angelo and Josh Briggs going up against Jimmy Uso and Ludwig Kaiser. Briggs and D'Angelo run that one. Oh, and look at that, the Bad Bunny run-in. And Raw netted their 3 stars, matching SmackDown's with Eric against Akira Tozawa. First mid-card of the evening, pretty disappointing, actually. It was Braun Breaker against Dragunov. I thought that would be a good match. I really did. But apparently the fans didn't think so, and we only got 1.5 stars out of that. SmackDown completely whooped our ass on that one. They had a tables match with Ronda Rousey against Nikki Cross, netting them 3 stars. Raw fell slightly short with their match of Seth Rollins against Giovanni Da Vinci, netting them 2.5 stars. Second mid-card of the evening, I actually wasn't expecting a whole lot out of this one. We only got 2 stars with our LA Knight versus Jobber Slade. SmackDown once again won the mid-card battle with Cole Quinn and Sax Lorenzo versus Ivar and Veer Mahan. I think if Channing Lorenzo really wanted to win, he'd probably choose a better partner right now. Raw netted 2.5 stars for a tag team match with Bronson Reed and Omos against Randy Orton and Cedric Alexander. That leads us to our main events of the evening. The farewell battle with Valhalla and Xia going up against Zelina Vega and Zoe Stark in a steel cage match of all things. That cost me quite a bit, but it paid off for us. We got 4 stars out of that. SmackDown got 3 stars for their title match, looks like here, with Natalya and Tiffany Stratton. Natalya taking the win and the belt home on that one. And Raw actually tied us with their 4 stars. They had Asuka versus Shayna Baszler, another title match right there, with Asuka taking home the win there. Raw actually ended up tying us with 4 stars as well with their title match main event. They had Asuka versus Shayna Baszler. Asuka, of course, claiming the victory with that one. Here's the thing that really matters to us right now, though. we got a bonus of 65,132 fans and a profit of $46,801. Not the profit I was hoping for, not at all. But it does get us above $100,000 though. Even got a few comments over here in our social media stuff about Slade. Dapperman75 says, wow, amazing to see Slade on WCW. He's such a cult figure. Wrestle Spear Skater says, what a crazy ride. Almost sad to see the end of the feud between Valhalla and Lee and Vega and Stark. Was hoping Stark would end up having the last word, but it was a great finale. Don't know if it's worth what I spent on it though. I also like this little comment from Massive Destroyer 2000. Alexa trying to sell us stuff tonight, but at least it was fairly entertaining. Alright, SmackDown netted at 45,623 fans and a profit of $62,547. Raw also got 45,803 fans and a profit of $69,000. That means we actually got the most fans this week. Probably about 20,000 more than the other two brands. That could maybe get us to second place, or at least pretty close. We did accomplish the commissioner's goal once again this week for the sold out. Okay, so this is great to see. Wasn't expecting this. I expected maybe second place. Was not expecting to see first, but we did it. We're in #1 spot right now. We just need to keep it. SmackDown's in #2, and Adam Pearce and Raw, down there in #3 spot where you belong. All right, and now comes the contract negotiations. First up, we've got Kevin Owens. He'll stay another 5 weeks for $102,000. Kevin, I don't have that much, buddy. I mean, at least not to spend. Let's chat. I could offer him $71,000, but we've also got Sami Zayn and Dijak as well that we have to do. Oh man, I really want to keep Kevin, but I also want to keep Sami. And I know Sami's going to ask for about the same. I'm going to take the chance of waiting for a power card that will hopefully let me keep them and renew their contracts. That's going to suck. I'm totally know that I'm going to lose Kevin and Sami here. Oh, we're also losing Isla Dawn. Ooh. She'll stay for 55. Let's chat. How about 38? Oh, no, she definitely wants her 55. All right, I'm going to go for it. Now we got Sami Zayn. Oh, he wants 77. I don't have enough money. Sorry, Sami. I just don't. Let's talk figures. 53. That won't leave me with much. Gonna lose him too. All right, let's see what we got with Dijak. Dijak wants 64,000. I could offer him 44. That won't leave me much left. Going to let that contract expire. Don't have a choice. All right, and then we got Xia Li, who is very unhappy. She's had enough of this crap. She says working here has been a complete joke, especially after I humiliated her by keeping her on the endless losing streak. Hey, you know what, Xia? You did that yourself, all right? The only way you convince me to stay is with a $100,000 bonus? You are not worth that. Sorry. I mean, at least we got the Valhalla and Xia Li kind of feud finished up, so I think that was a good end for them. We got a message here from LA Knight. They love us, Mick. Don't you think it's time to take the next step? Talking, of course, about some better effect packages so that the talent can take the next step in his superstardom. It's time for me to shine. So he wants what exactly? Oh, he wants better effect packages. And if I don't give you that, I'm going to say sure thing. And okay, I have 2 weeks to get him some better special effects. Tier 3 effects. Okay. All right, it's the last show to go before SummerSlam. We are in Brooklyn, New York this week. First things first, though, let's jump over to Power Cards. Hopefully, there's something here that will help us. And there is not. Man, I gambled and I lost. Yep. No way to save our talent this week. We're going to be losing Sami Zayn, Dijak, Kevin Owens. Those are some top talent right there. I was really hoping to at least save them for one more week until we could get to, our SummerSlam. Nothing I can do now, though. I did not budget for that, and I just was not thinking ahead. I'm a poor manager, to say the least. But at least we are at the #1 spot this week, so there's that. All right, so let's go ahead and get on with things. Let's see. The only promise we have right now is we promised LA Knight within 2 weeks he'd get some Tier 3 effects. That shouldn't be a problem. I think we should be able to handle that for a SummerSlam. Our commissioner goal for the week is not to book our most popular specialist. In return, we will get Injury Rehab 3, which reduces injury time for one superstar by 3 weeks. I think that would be a nice to have, but not really a necessity right now at the moment. All right, so let's take a look at our bookings. First of all, do I want to do opener or main event first? It is the last week with Sami, Zayn, and Kevin Owens. Let's give them a great send out. Let's give them the main event match this week. Let's do a tag team, and I almost want to do another steel cage match just because, but look at all that money we have up there. I want to keep that money. Kevin does love a good Extreme Rules match. Yep, we're going to make it Extreme Rules, and let's do Kevin and Sami versus Damian and Dijak once again. And I really want Kevin and Sami to win this one, so I'm almost thinking about going and getting that fixed match card just to make sure that they do win. So that's going to be our main event. What about our opener, though? I say we do the Finn Balor and Karrion Kross. Let's renew that once again. I did see a message in our social media things at the end of the last week that they were like, hey, what happened to that? So let's bring that one back, especially getting ready to go into SummerSlam, because we are going to have a Finn Balor versus Karrion Kross SummerSlam match. Not only that, I'm also going to have LA Knight run in on this match against Finn Balor. But do we want this to just be a normal match? Yeah, we're just going to make this a normal match. Now let's do our two mid-cards here. Let's see. So now that Xia Li and Valhalla are both gone, we don't have anybody to go tag teaming up against Zelina and Zoe. I've got Ivy now here, but she doesn't really have a partner unless I put her with Alexa. I don't really want to do that. There's a Rhea Isla Dawn option, but again, don't really think that's going to work out. Let's go talent scouting. Let's see what we can find in level 10 to 14. Oh, looky there, Xavier Woods. We can make New Day. Also got Chad Gable. We got Uncle Howdy. Ooh. And Luke Gallows. Not gonna lie, totally want Xavier right now. All right, let's do one more search. Now we got Montez Ford. We got Ricochet, Angel Garza, and Wendy Chu. There are some really good choices here, but there are no female stars that's gonna make a good tag team, which was really what I was hoping for. I may grab Xavier. Then again, Montez Ford and Ricochet are also good options. I think I'm going to hold off for just a little bit. I might come back. I might not. Don't know yet. I could do one more search for some level 5 through 9s. Yeah, sure. Why not? Oh, that netted me Solo Sikoa. Wait, Solo is only a level 5? Really? We also got Joe Gacy. We got Dirty Dominique. Oh, we got Caden Carter down here. Yeah, but she's a face, not a heel. I'm kind of looking at Solo, and I'm kind of thinking Braun Breaker versus Solo, but I think they're both bruisers, which probably won't work out too well. All right, so we have some pretty good options here to choose from. Between Montez Ford, Xavier, Ricochet, Solo, all of those are great choices, but I don't know if I want to spend the money on them just yet. So I'm going to go ahead and finish booking my show, and then we're going to come back over here, maybe, if I change my mind and choose one of these. I keep trying to set up the Dragunov Braun Breaker feud, but that's just not working, and I'm only getting disappointing results from that, so probably not going to try that again. What might work, though, is the Braun Breaker versus the Dexter Lumis option. That could possibly work. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. And then we need to represent some ladies here tonight. So let's see. Who can we have go against who? You know, my options are pretty limited as far as like female stars. And I think I'm just going to go with the Alexa and Isla again. That's going to at least get them to the level 4 before SummerSlam, which should make for a hell of a match in SummerSlam. But, yeah, that's pretty much what I'm thinking right here. All right, let's do some promos real quick. First of all, let's do a self-promo with Kofi. Yeah, that sounds good. And then for our second promo, since Kofi came out and was kind of like, you know, doing his thing, we're going to have Braun come out and do a call out against Kofi, challenge him to a SummerSlam match for the title. And then we have our last one of the night. Let's see, what can we do here? I want to do a class change with Rhea. I want to change Rhea into a giant because I'm going to set up the whole Alexa Bliss versus Rhea for the championship, and I totally want to do that. In order to do that, though, I need to make sure that Alexa wins. So since I have the fixed match card right here, right now, I'm going to go ahead and purchase that. And I think that's it for show 9 in Brooklyn, New York. Let's go ahead and confirm the booking. All right, we got our first match, our opener with Finn Balor against Karrion Kross. People have been waiting for this one to happen again. We are continuing that rivalry. We also have a run-in of LA Knight up on Finn because LA Knight wants that championship too. So we'll simulate that. Finn Balor still ended up winning that one. How about that? Kofi's promo went really well. Popularity went up by 4. Then we have our mid-card match, Braun Breaker versus Dexter Lumis. Let's see if a rivalry can form here. Another mediocre match with Braun Breaker, and no feud starting. I'm beginning to think I may have wasted the homecoming card on Braun Breaker. I can't seem to find anybody to put him up against where I can get anything going. The Braun Strowman call-out was good. Okay, well, it's kind of what I wanted. Now we have our second mid-card of the evening. It's the Alexa Bliss Isla Dawn rematch once again. Alexa Bliss, of course, coming out on top with a 3.5 stars. Great. That also puts that feud to a level 4 right before SummerSlam. That works for me. Ripley's class change into a giant went well. And last but not least, our main event of the evening. The last time we're going to see Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn and Dijak. All 3 of those. Last time on WCW. So, I'm kind of hoping that Kevin and Sami win, but we'll see how this plays out. Look at that. Oh, we had a great match. All right, and even though the feud continues, it's not going to matter much, but yeah. And now the last weekly results comparison here on this episode. We've got our opener with Finn Balor and Karrion Kross. Only got us a 1.5. Not sure what happened there. That should have been much better than that, but oh well. SmackDown had another Ronda Rousey Nikki Cross battle going there, and they netted 2 stars for theirs. And Raw did a 3-way match with, once again, it looks like we've got Giovanni Vinci, Randy Orton, and Seth freaking Rollins. Moving on into the mid-cards, we scored a little better than SmackDown this time around with our Braun Breaker versus Dexter Lumis at 2 stars. SmackDown did the Ivar versus Cole Quinn, so that was a jobber match. And Raw tied us at 2 stars as well with their tag team match featuring Tamina and Gigi Dolan versus Bayley and Asuka. And a weird Shayna Baszler run in there for some reason. Our second mid-card of the evening, the Alexa Bliss and Isla Dawn rematch, netted us 3.5 stars. Not terrible, actually quite good. Beating out SmackDown with their cash suplex versus Bad Bunny thing they got going on. I don't know what's going on there, but it seems to be working for them. Raw once again tied us on the mid-cards with a tag team match for the belts. Bronson Reed and Omos versus Akira Tozawa and Cedric Alexander. Looks like Bronson Reed and Omos are the new tag team champions over at Raw. And lastly, the main event, the farewell match for Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens against Dijak and Priest. Netted us 3.5 stars. Again, we beat out SmackDown, who did a Jimmy Uso versus Josh Briggs match there. Looks like Josh put the beat down on Mr. Uso there. And Raw did a main event with Eric versus R-Truth, and Eric winning that one. All right, now the final viewership and revenue ratings before SummerSlam. We got 37,186 fans. That's not great. Not terrible. I'm thinking we may actually fall maybe to second place now. We did get $41,000 though, which puts us at a budget of $159,979. Seeing a lot of chat in our social media about the run-in of LA Knight upon Finn Balor there. Now we got SmackDown stats here. They got a 38,979 fan change and $61,000 total profit. Not bad. $1 Million Man is definitely good at managing his money. And Raw, meaning business, coming in with 49,800 fans. It wouldn't surprise me a bit if they take our #1 spot away from us this week. And let's see, $60,000 profit. Let's see how all that pans out. Ooh, look at that. That's actually still surprising to me. I thought for sure we was going to lose the #1 spot, but we are still there. #1 headed into SummerSlam. Ted DiBiase in SmackDown at #2, and Adam Pearce in Raw, trailing once again behind. But look how close those are between the #3 and 2 spots right there. 143,479 versus 143. And wow, for some reason we are still top, but not by much. If you look at the fans right there, we have 1,505,988. Looks like SmackDown and Raw are trailing us just not by much, really. I'm just really surprised to still see us at the #1 spot, though. All right, And we're heading in. All right, and here we go. Heading into SummerSlam. These are the last messages for the evening. Let's see what we've got. LA Knight is coming to the end of his contract this week. He would stay another 5 weeks for $82,000. I think I might want to actually take that. Let me see what we can do, though. See if I can get a little cheaper. I want to make an offer of $57K. See what he says. Nope. He definitely wants the whole 82. That's half of my budget right there, and I need to be able to afford the arena. I want to keep him. What happened last time was I wasn't able to afford any talent. Now we're losing more. I can't afford to lose LA Knight. I'm going to give him his money. Then we got Triple H warning me about the Cross versus Balor matchups yet again. And we got Finn Balor pretty mad about LA Knight attacking him, and he's not going to stand for garbage like that. Wants to settle things in the ring within the next 3 weeks. That is a done deal. And we got a message here from Ripley bringing up the end here. She hasn't had any matches in a while. Fans are starting to forget about her. It's time to woke up and put me back where I belong. I want a match in the next show. How about a promo instead? All right, she's okay with that, but she needs to be back in the ring soon. Not a problem. I'm working on it, Rhea. I'm getting this sorted out. We're gonna make you a star. All right, well, that's it for our road to SummerSlam. Hope you guys have enjoyed the way I'm doing our new videos now, starting with this one with not putting the matches in there. I know I'm pretty sure I lost a lot of viewers just by doing that, and you guys just wasn't interested in seeing that. Although I did get a lot of great comments from people who they did actually like seeing the match gameplay and stuff, and that was something they did enjoy seeing. I'm sorry to disappoint you guys, but I'm still going to do that for our premium live events, which, again, coming up, we got SummerSlam. That will be the next video. I'm hoping this is going to allow me to kind of play catch up and get some more videos out a little quicker to you guys. If you did enjoy this video and you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit that sub button right down below. And don't forget to give it a hell yeah with a big thumbs up right there as well. That's going to do it for me. Wherever you guys are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. And I will see you at SummerSlam.